From Look North, I'm Mark Ansell. First, Yorkshire Water has been told they can take more water from the River Ouse to protect drinking water supplies. The drought order allows the water company to collect 60,000 cubic metres of water a day. It comes after reservoir levels continue to fall following 6 months of well below average rainfall. Yorkshire Water is also reminding people not to cool off by swimming in watercourses and reservoirs.
Our reservoirs are super cold. They have hidden currents in them, so even though they are low, they will still have strong currents in them, but they have machinery underneath them, so lots of our reservoirs are operational. They pull water out of them into our networks of pipes, so really dangerous to go inside that water. Instead, stick to the pathways and go and enjoy a really lovely walk around a beautiful Yorkshire reservoir.
The co-owner of Chesterfield Football Club, Phil Kirk, has died at the age of 59. The League Two side announced in March that Kirk had been diagnosed with cancer. The club say their thoughts are with Phil's family and friends. Now, tents, sleeping bags and food left at the Leeds Festival site are being salvaged by a charity from West Yorkshire. A group of women from Leeds-based charity Freedom for Girls have been at Bramham Park collecting reusable items left behind so they don't end up in landfill. The recovered items will be transferred to a warehouse before being used to help people in need.
When you go there, it's like an apocalypse. You know, like it's like everybody's partied and then they've all gone poof into nothing, and it's like visual overload. Tens of thousands of tents, tens of thousands. They just leave them, everything.
A major wildfire has been burning in the North York moors for a fortnight now and is showing no signs of stopping anytime soon. The first crew on scene at Langdale Moor were from Goathland Fire Station, one of the smallest in the world. Their volunteer firefighters are still playing a key role in tackling the blaze. Seb Cheer reports.
It's been very hot, pretty spectacular. It's been tough, but it's been something very out of the ordinary.
Sarah was one of the first firefighters on scene at a wildfire in the North York moors that broke out nearly 2 weeks ago. She's part of the crew at Goathland Volunteer Fire Station, which is thought to be the smallest of its kind in the world. An 8-square-kilometre blaze and a 23-square-metre fire station may feel like a mismatch, but the team here are certainly playing their part.
We worked hard, did as much as we could until we were relieved later on. We came back, got a little bit of sleep, and we went back out again, and it's kind of been on repeat for the last 10 days, really.
It's been tiring, it's been hard work, it's been a bit of a juggling act between fire service and work, basically, but we've had massive support from the village, from the community and from the businesses in the village as well.
Being volunteers, the crew at Goathland all have day jobs which they can sometimes leave when responding to emergencies. That's been the case for decades. These days they're paid on call-outs but give up their time for training.
So I work up at Whitby Seafoods. I'm generally on call when I'm working from home, and I'm on call kind of on nights as well when I'm back at home.
It's a juggling act, and it is quite tiring sometimes, especially when we've been on a fire all day and then I've got to go back to work, but it's what I enjoy doing, so yeah, we get through it.
Fire bosses say they wouldn't have a service in North Yorkshire without on-call and volunteer firefighters, and they've given a big thank you to this tiny station and all the other crews who are expecting to keep tackling this wildfire for another fortnight. Seb Cheer, BBC Look North, Goathland.
Now, if you have a lawn, you'll know there are times when it needs a bit of love and attention. Perhaps a little weeding, maybe some grass seed. But how do you make improvements to grass on an ancient hill fort located at one of the highest points in the Peak District? Well, that's what the National Trust Rangers at Mam Tor near Sheffield have been doing. Steve Beach has been to meet them.
Getting deliveries to the places that road vehicles simply can't. This is Mam Tor near Buxton, popular with walkers of all ages.
You having a good day?
I am.
Yeah.
But soil erosion has taken its toll.
So here we've got obviously quite a significant area of erosion through the ramparts of the hill fort, and this is where the vegetation surface has been kind of worn away by heavy footfall, which then exposes the soil underneath.
But rangers are now fighting back.
So you might have noticed the kind of strange looking carpet on on top of this mound to the right. So this is actually one of the burial mounds associated with the hill fort.
This beige matting is natural hessian containing grass seed. As the grass grows, the hessian starts to rot down naturally, helping to restore the site which was once home to a hill fort.
Working in these environments is often the biggest part of the job, so we've been having to use helicopters, quad bikes, huge numbers of hours of staff and volunteer time to get all this material up here, even just before we can start doing the repairs themselves.
The National Trust tells me around a third of the UK population live within an hour's drive of the Peak District, so that means a lot of walkers. And this scheme here involving the hessian is one of just a number to make sure that leisure and nature can live side by side.
So all this stone here was flown up by helicopter and has been used by our estates team to carry out repairs to the main path behind us. Maintaining and improving the condition of this path is really important to allow people to enjoy Mam Tor Hill Fort.
Rangers here fully accept their work to tackle soil erosion won't be a quick fix, with nature setting the pace. And like the millions of walkers who visit the Peak District each year, they'll simply take it one step at a time. Steve Beach, BBC Look North, Derbyshire.
Fascinating stuff, isn't it? Mam Tor is one of my favourite places in the Peak District. Right, it's been lovely today, hasn't it? Let's get the weather, see if it will continue. Here is Paul Hudson.
Thanks so much. Good evening. What a cracking bank holiday Monday it's been. It looks much more changeable this week, turning cooler. There will be some rain around at times, and certainly tomorrow a little bit more unsettled. Some patchy rain at first, but it will brighten with some sunshine. And then Wednesday, after a bright start, this feature will bring rain in from the west. But at the moment, it's beautiful out there, fine. It's still warm and sunny. Later tonight, though, a weakening cold front will bring some patchy rain into more western areas. It stays dry further east, and we're looking at lowest temperatures around 14 or 15 degrees. So Tuesday off to a cloudy start with patchy rain edging in from the west. Amounts will be really small. Soon brightening up from the west with some sunshine. The afternoon, a mixture of sunny spells with just 1 or 2 showers, but most of us will be dry on Tuesday afternoon. We'll see top afternoon temperatures around 23 degrees Celsius. Much more unsettled though later in the week. Wednesday, rain later in the day. That's the forecast.
Well, I'm back with the Late Look North at 10:35. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.